Okay. Good morning, all. The small topic which was left out in the previous chapter was adaptation layer, that is data enrichment, data consolidation, and device management at gateway. Okay, so we know what is gateway now. Okay, the gateway, how actually the data enrichment is done, consolidation is done, that we will be seeing here. Now, as we know, okay, gateway includes it includes a gateway between adaptation layer and network layer. Okay, gateway enables communication between devices, network, and web server or cloud. If you see this, okay, in the physical or data layer, IoT or machine to machine connections will be there. Okay, that is area network will be there, and in the adaptation layer, we have these many functions: data management, data enrichment and consolidation, transcoding, privacy, security, integration, and compaction of and fusion, okay, and device management. So these are the functions which we will be studying in detail. Okay, so coming to gateway, this is one which enables the devices to communicate and network with the web using distinct protocols. So as we know, the gateway can convert from one protocol to another protocol when the communication is between two different modules. It uses message transport protocols at physical device end and web communication protocol for the internet. The two major functions are data management and consolidation and connected device management. This is actually broadly categorized. Then again, subcategories are there. Okay, so if you see data management and consolidation, it has four functions. Okay, first is transcoding, then privacy and security, integration, and compaction and fusion. Now, coming to transcoding, okay, transcoding, the name itself tells it is data adaptation. Fine, adaptation will be there, but conversion, okay, and change of protocol, okay, sometimes change of format or code using the software. See, all these are not at a time. Okay, change of protocol, it is or, okay, change of format or change of code using the software. The gateway renders the web response and messages in formats and representation required and acceptable at an IoT device. So what it means now, actually the gateway is in one side, it is connected to the web. So according to that, see, later we will be studying web need not use the restricted, okay, or the constrained application protocol. Okay, so it can have, because since the bandwidth is high, it can have a separate different protocol. But at IoT side, okay, or machine to machine side, we have certain constraints. So converting um, from one format to other format, see, the gateway renders the web response or messages, okay, in formats and representation required and acceptable at an IoT device. Similarly, an IoT device requests are adapted, converted, and changed into required formats acceptable to the server by the transcoding software. Okay, so it is the transfer of the codes. Okay, second function was which we had to see was privacy. Okay, so privacy is the data privacy. It is the protection from consciously or unconsciously transferring to untrustworthy destination using the internet. So privacy is one important parameter which you need to look into. Example, patient medical data, okay, data for a company supplies from and to different locations, okay, and change in inventories. So wherever privacy is required, okay, that which one the gateway has to provide. Now, what are we studying? The functions of gateway. So the gateway has to provide the privacy. So this is So in following components, okay, will be there when you design privacy part of the gateway. That is okay, how do you achieve privacy? Okay, how do you give, how do you ensure the data privacy? uh, okay, considering the anonymous from the from an individual or an company. So first one is device and applications identities management. Okay, so before sending the data, okay, before establishing the communication, it has to check whether that device which is requesting is authenticated one. Okay, then authentication, it has to check for its authentication, the requesting device authentication, then authorization. Okay, then trust, then reputation. Okay, we will be studying that. Okay, what are these aspects? So a suitable encryption of identification of data sources enforces privacy. Okay, so even the address of the source, okay, is very important while designing the privacy model. So in encryption of identification of data, that is now not the data, identification of the data itself has to be encrypted. Device ID management requires privacy. Okay, so each and every like device ID can't be like made public. So which is requesting, that also should be kept uh, like very confidential. Okay, so the analyzed decrypted data is an input to application, service or process. So that is the job of the privacy model. Okay, once it is identified, the proper ID of the requesting device, then only decrypted data, because it would have encrypted at the sender side. So here it should be decrypted, and that is fed to the application of the or service or process or whatever you have to do according to your requirement. When data is transferred from one point to another, it should be ensured that the stakeholder in future may not misuse the device and data or the application data. This depends on trust and reputation. Okay, so this part, fourth and fifth part, whatever we have uh, like seen, okay, whatever we have included in the designing of privacy model is for like, it shouldn't, whatever the data is being supplied, that should not get misused. See, that depends on type of data what you send. See, some data will be like, suppose now weather forecast. Okay, now yesterday's weather forecast if you want, today also you can see, like you need not have any privacy in it. Got it? So if anybody request for that, that particular portal, okay, weather forecast, yesterday it was displaying, okay, that is yesterday's forecast, weather forecast, it was displaying. Today also it can be kept same, yesterday's. Okay, because there is no privacy involved in that so much in yesterday's data. Whereas so many other data are there, which once only it can be given to the requested device. Okay, later for the future use it may not be required, because there are chances of misusing those given data. So such like priorities if you have to give, that design part comes under trust and trust and reputation. Okay, next is secure data access. The design ensures the authentication of a request for confidentiality and authorization. Okay, a standard algorithm, that is advanced encryption algorithm based on symmetric 128-bit block data encryption is used. If you write just AES, that should be sufficient. Okay, that is used for the to what you call encrypt the data. Okay, for security. CCM mode is another mode. Okay, counter with CBC in the MAC layer. Both AES and CCM is method provisions for the authenticated encryption algorithm. for confidentiality and authentication. These two algorithms, there may be other algorithms used, but these two algorithms also are meant for uh, encrypting the data for the security purpose. Next comes data gathering. Okay, data gathering means data acquisition from the devices. There are four modes, okay, from many devices. Now, what are we studying again? When we are reading this, when we are understanding this, we need to know like what are we doing? We are studying the functions of gateway. We are studying the functions of gateway. In gateway, transcoding was there. Okay, then privacy issue was there, that had to be considered. Now how the data gathering is happens in this gateway. So again there are four modes. Okay, one is polling. It means data sought from a device by addressing the device. Okay, first you address the device, then the data you take. See, these the end devices could be, in our case most of the time it is sensors. Next is event based gathering, refers to the data sought from the device on an event. Okay, now suppose uh, yesterday it had rained heavily. Okay, so from the sensors, okay, you have kept it at certain points. After the rain, okay, for 24 hours you are gathering the data. Okay, that today I need not gather it because today it is not raining now. Yesterday it rained heavily, so I am gathering. So after an event, gathering the data. Next, scheduled interval refers to the data sought from a device at select intervals. Okay, now in a company, okay, any like chemical companies, like their what is that chemical, some chemical component levels which is uh, led to the air, that should be displayed at certain intervals. So every 1 hour the sensors will send the data saying that this is the value number now. So that will be displayed at scheduled interval. Your device selects the data, collects the data, and it is further used. Continuous monitoring, this also you know what is continuous monitoring, temperature monitoring or any such things. Okay, traffic. So that is a continuous monitoring. So these are like four modes are there. Now next, after gathering, it is data enrichment. Okay, data enrichment is, you know, it is adding the value. Okay, and like making it more secure, and usability of the data. Okay, so the till now whatever data gathered is a raw data that itself cannot be sent to another device. So the second next step is it has to be adding the value. See, it could be modulation, adding the value could be modulation, just encryption or anything. Okay, then security purpose has to be uh, taken into account, then usability of the data. Then comes data dissemination. Okay, to whom the data should be given. Data dissemination. In that, actually, aggregation is there. So that means aggregation of joining together present and previously received data. If you are sending like that, because only few cases continuous data has to be sent. If that is the case, then what are the length of your frame? Okay, when you are sending, what are the length of the frame, that and all should be counted. So aggregation of the data should be done. Then compaction, making the information short without changing the meaning of the context. This you know why we are doing it, to make use of the bandwidth efficiently. Because as the data is, if I send, then I will not be able to send more number of data. Okay, so to minimize the bandwidth utilization, I go for compaction. Then fusion means formatting the information received in parts through various data frames and several types of data. Okay, this is after you do modulation, okay, you will get to know like what is the size of the frame which you are going to, like you have to design that, what should be the size. Okay, while designing, it is not randomly designing, depending on the protocol which you are using, you need to design that. Okay, the next point which we have to take care is energy dissipation in data dissemination. When data is being transmitted to its respective devices, okay, what about the energy? Okay, this is an important consideration in many devices, okay, in WPAN and wireless sensor network. Okay, because why we have to bother so much? We are working on a battery, so it has a limited battery life. Okay, energy is consumed when performing computations and transmissions. So already we did so many things, data gathering we did, okay, data enrichment we did. So while performing those computations, energy is consumed. So for the higher data rate, okay, more number of, like, sorry, more amount of energy is consumed. Okay, if you use RF, the greater will be the energy consumed. So you that is directly proportional, whatever energy consumed and data rate. If you want to use low energy, if you want to look for low energy consumption, then you have to go for low data rate transmission. So energy efficient computation can be done by using like concepts whatever we have studied, data aggregation, okay, data compaction, fusion, all these were done for that only. Okay, energy consumption, in other words, it is bandwidth utilization also. Okay, so now next is data characteristics, that is types of this thing, formats, structures, all those. Okay, now it is it can be a temporal data, that is it depends on the time. It can be a spatial data, it depends on the location. It can be a real time data generated and collected continuously. It can be a real world data that is collected from surroundings. Okay, or it can be a big data, that is unstructured large volume data. So like we can divide, or we can have these many types of data. Okay, now data formats usually which is sent from device to device is in the form of XML, JSON, and TLV. Okay, that is not TVL, it is TLV formats. Okay, next is device management gateway functions. Okay, so now device management, that is DM, means provisioning for the device ID or address which is distinct from other resources. Okay, device activating, configuring, registering, deregistering, okay, attaching and detaching. Okay, so these are the functions of the device management of the gateway. Device management is one of the function of the gateway, okay, that we have told. So what are the functions in device management? Okay, how the device management is done, that, okay, we are studying now. Now, along with that, one more interesting topic is fault management. Okay, course of actions and guidelines to be followed in case of a fault. Suppose the connection is not established to the receiving device. Okay, then gateway, uh, how it has to handle. Okay, whether it has to send the acknowledge, sorry, not acknowledge, whether it has to send the like for signal, okay, that is the device not found, okay, signal to the source, or it has to look for any other mode of communication. So all those depends on fault management. Okay, the gateway should do it. It depends. Sometimes it can just, if the connection is not happening, then immediately it can send the signal to the source saying that the destination device is not found. Okay, then that is done. Later it can be, later it is either it is the function of the gateway, or it may not be the function of the gateway to establish the connection. So that was the okay, that was about the device management at the gateway. So this finishes the data enrichment, consolidation, and device management. That is, like on the whole, it was the function of, it was the function of the gateway. Okay, next thing I will be explaining it in the next class. Thank you.